What's up, world? It's your girl, Stacey Adams. Today is Sunday, October 30th. I'm broadcasting live and direct to you from the W in Buckhead, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. Buckhead is like a suburb or whatever of Atlanta. It's my birthday weekend. On the 29th of October, I turned 30. Yes, bitch, I'm 30. Old as fuck, but it's okay. The purpose of this here video, one, let me say this, let me start off real quick by saying that I'm irate right now. Only things that I wanted to do this weekend, two things. One was go to the Kanye and Jay-Z Watch the Throne concert. I did that on Friday night. I went to opening night, so I got to do that. Two was go to Magic City. That's all I wanted to do, was throw money in the air like I don't give a fuck, looking for a tip drill at Magic City. However, everything in Atlanta closes at 3 a.m. So while I've been sitting here in my room, waiting on my other partners, whatever, right, to get done clubbing at whatever the fuck club they at, I've been sitting here and then all of a sudden find out that everything closes at 3. It is 4:14 right now in the morning. In St. Louis, nothing closes until 6 a.m. or whatever. We can strip all night. But no, in Atlanta, everything's already closed. So I'm all dressed up and shit, ready to go. And what? I can't go nowhere. So I'm irate, but let's move on. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I think I might cry. I'm very upset. So the purpose of this video was for me to talk about some things that I've learned over the past 30 years, right? So, like I said, I'm old bitch at this point. Or on Twitter, everybody, we always talk about how I'm an old hoe, that I was hoeing before it was fashionable. So, I wanted to do my top 10 list of things that I've learned over the past count them, 3 decades. Pay attention, bitches, you might learn something. Number 10. And look, I had one. Number 10. These are kind of in order, but they're kind of not. And I kind of just jotted this down on the stationery that was on the desk that was here. It was really cute though. See, it's like W, Atlanta, or whatever. So it's cute. Anywho, number 10. Everything that I needed to know in life, I learned in kindergarten. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. And say you're sorry if you hurt somebody. Flush the toilet. Wash your hands before you eat. Take a nap in the afternoon. When you go outside, watch out for traffic. Hold hands and stick together. Stick with the people that you're with or whatever. Cookies and milk are good for you. They're really good. Don't take things that aren't yours. And I'm sure there's some more things, but all those fundamental things I learned in kindergarten. I didn't have to go to college or whatever or get grown. I didn't have to do all of that stuff. Number 9, push it to the limit. Go hard. Go ham. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Hustle hard. Whatever it is that the kids are saying nowadays to get what you need to get done. Do what you have to do. Push it to the limit. I actually have a little thing printed up on my desk at work that says push it to the limit. You got to go hard. You got to do what you got to do. Push it. I push and I push. I ride and I ride. I love that song, Rick Ross's version of it. I love it. You got to push it to the limit. With that being said, in some cases, if at first you don't succeed, give up and try something else. And that doesn't mean necessarily your dreams or whatever. Like, I mean, some people, in order to get where you need to go, you have to have perseverance. You have to keep striving for greatness to keep doing what you're doing. But sometimes you trying to do it this one way ain't working for you. So maybe you need to give that up and try something else as far as trying to figure out a different way to do it. So you still have that same end goal, but maybe the approach that you're working on ain't it. So you need to figure out some other shit. I hate when I see people trying to do some shit and they keep trying to do it the same way and ain't getting nowhere, and then wonder how come it ain't working. Well, like what's Cat Williams say, try some shit, don't work. Try some shit, don't work. That's what people do. So if at first you don't succeed, give up and try something else. Quit trying to do this shit. Quit trying to go left. Maybe you need to take a right. Maybe that's it. Maybe left is blocked. So you need to try to do that. Number 7, and this all goes kind of together. People love to see you fall. Write that down. People love to see you fall. People love when you ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to do. Like, it's amazing that people love to see you fall off. Like, if the people, there are so many haters out there that will just hate on you trying to do anything positive with yourself or with your life or whatever. It's like, it's people love to see you fall. People love you as long as you're doing what they want you to do. And the minute that you veer off and try to do some other shit or tell them no, people will turn they back on you so quick. Baby. You ain't never seen nothing like it. People will turn on you so quick. Like, is this light bothering y'all? It's bothering me. How about this? That's bad. This picture in the background is really pretty. So, the light was getting on my nerves. I could see the reflection. I figured it's fucking with y'all too. Here's the next one. Number 6. If you meet somebody and you're kicking with somebody and you're cool with them or whatever, if they lie about the little shit, they'll lie to you about some big shit. Write that down that I said that, because it's the truth. Don't ever think people are like, well, I mean, I didn't tell you the whole truth. But no, you're not telling me the whole truth. Is you lying to me. If I ask you a question, I want you to tell me the fucking truth. That's why I asked you the question. Or if you're a bitch like me, I already know the answer to the question before I even ask you. I just want to see what the fuck you finna say with your lying ass. People are liars. By nature, we lie to cover our asses. It happens. And there are white lies to protect someone's feelings, and there are blatant fucking lies. You know? So when I say to you, oh girl, yeah, your hair does look good, that's a little white lie. I know you've been having self-esteem issues, your man done left you, and he, you know, your baby daddy laid on child support. Last thing you need to hear is me telling you that your hair look like shit. So I did a little white lie for you. However, Keisha, you seen that $20 I had it sitting up on this table. Nah, girl, I don't know where it is. And you done stole it. Bitch, you a fucking small liar, and you lie to me about some big shit too. I don't trust you. So, yeah, be careful with liars. Liars, it's getting worse and worse out here with liars. And just, like I said, just listen to things that people say to you. Sometimes people will tell you about stuff like, oh, well, I don't like to tell too much of this, or I don't like to tell you too much of that. Fuck that. I asked you a question. Tell me the goddamn truth. Period. I'm a big girl. I'm grown. Bitch, I'm 30. I can take it. The fuck? Number 5. I don't care what anybody tells you. Damn, there's that light again. I don't care what anybody tells you. You were never too old to fight or whoop somebody's ass. A couple of weeks ago, I got into it with these low-down bitches on Twitter. And I know that sounds very petty and very silly of me to say that, but it's what happened. And one girl, I was ready to box. I don't care. She was pregnant and everything. Just because you're pregnant don't mean that you can't catch the fade. Write that down. I gives not one fuck about you and that bastard-ass child you're carrying around. But you're never too old to fight. And people were coming to me like, oh, Stacey, you're too old. Like, you're older than they are or whatever. What does that mean? That now, like, if you disrespect me, that I can't do shit about it? Let me tell you something. My mother is 58 years old. My mother's a church-going woman. She's been saved since 98 or whatever, right? Church, goes to church, marriage ministry, all of that stuff. Run up on her and see what happens. Talk reckless and run up on her and see what happens to you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's not a such thing as you too old to fight. My age right now, all it means is that you will catch the fade from a 30-year-old. That's exactly what it means. You tried it, and this is what's about to happen to you. We finna twirl. I'm not about to sit and argue with you. I'm too old to argue. That's what I'm too old for. I'm too old to sit and argue with your dumb ass. You're going to keep talking, and next thing you know, my hands are around your throat. I have tiny little fists of fury. I have very small hands for somebody of my stature, a woman of my size, if you will. But yeah, you're never too old to fight. Don't let anybody tell you that shit. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Number 4. We're in my top 5. So number 4. You don't have to do shit that you don't want to do. People kill me with that. I got to do this, but I'm going to have to do this for them, and I got to do this for her, and you don't have to do shit that you don't want to do. You don't have to go anywhere that you don't want to do. You don't have to buy shit that you don't want to have to buy. I mean, if you need to purchase something, like if you have a headache and you need to buy some aspirin, don't let my ass tell you that you don't have to do shit. But you guys you know what I'm talking about. People like, oh, I got to do this, or I got to do that because he going to give it. You don't have to do shit. shit. So-and-so having a birthday party. I gotta go. You ain't gotta go to that motherfucking birthday party. You know how many parties and shit that I don't go to because I don't fucking feel like it? It's nothing personal against whoever it is. I don't fucking feel like it. I ain't going. I don't have to go to your shit. And you don't have to come to mine either. I don't have to call you. You don't have to call me. I don't have to text you. You don't have to text me. I don't have to go to work. I mean, it's going to be consequences that I suffer for not doing it. You don't have to do shit that you don't want to. Period. Ever in life. You don't have to. Number 3. God has a big sense of humor. He is the epitome of black comedy or dark comedy, if you will. I don't want to say black comedy because I don't want y'all thinking I'm talking about Cat Williams. No, dark comedy. God has a freaking huge sense of humor. He cracks up at me all the time. He's just sitting around laughing like, ha ha, look at this heifer right here. Look what she did. Look what she did. Look, ha ha, look at that. He cracks up at me all the time. He's laughing at me right now because I'm mad that I couldn't go to the strip club. And he's like, you probably didn't need to go. So that's it. That's how it goes. This guy has a very big sense of humor. And sometimes I just wish that he'd let me in on a joke. That's it. Number 2. I'm actually switched number 2 to 1. Number 2, follow your first mind. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Follow your first mind. Like tonight, my first mind said that I should take myself to the strip club, but I didn't want to be all up in the club, lonely as shit, and by myself, and didn't know anybody there, and didn't have or whatever. Like, 'cause I'm in a city that I'm not familiar with, I don't know anybody in the club, I didn't want to go. But yeah, follow your first fucking mind. You know how many situations that you've had where if you'd have listened to your first mind, you wouldn't have been in no bullshit. Your first mind told you don't leave the house. Your first mind told you don't go to this club. Your first mind told you should have got up and went to work. Your first mind told you that you should have bought orange juice instead of trying to do this pineapple mango shit that you picked up. And now look at you. You got some nasty ass juice at home. Follow your first mind. That's the most important thing that I've learned over the past 3 decades. Follow your first mind. And last but not least, and I'm going to get out of here, my number 1 thing is it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be single. I've been single now. When did I stop fucking with that nigga? The end of 2009. Real quick, I was in a relationship from 2004 to 2006. And we broke up. Still dealing with that fool to 2008. And then end up dealing with this other asshole. I had a boyfriend, but I wasn't in a relationship. So either way, I've been single for probably, let's say officially since 2009. And people say to me, somebody actually said to me the other day, how do you survive being alone all the time, being single? Just because I'm single doesn't mean that I'm lonely. I have a life. I have a full life. I have a radio show. I have my friends. I have my job. I have my career. I have you guys on YouTube. I have Twitter. I got Facebook. I have books that I can read. I read. I listen to music. I do so many different things or whatever, right? That my life is full without having to have somebody staring at me all the time. Now, true enough, there are times that I wish I did have a companion there. When I want to go somewhere, I want to see a scary movie, or if I can't fix something in my house or whatever. But think of it like this. People that can't be alone, to me, I think there's something wrong with people who have to be in a relationship. What's wrong with you that you so fucked up that you can't even spend time with you by yourself? That you can't even hang out with you? What's wrong with you? I love hanging out with me. I'm a fucking awesome person. I have a great personality. I'm funny. I have a great smile. Well, oh, my smile looks horrible in there. Can I cut this out? That was horrible. But anyway, I'm fun. I'm hilarious. I'm absolutely fucking hilarious. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being alone. Don't let anybody tell you that there is. Don't let anybody tell you you need to get a boyfriend. You need to get a girlfriend. You can't just sit around alone for the rest of your life. You can do what the fuck you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you you don't have to do shit. You don't have to be with anybody. You can be single and enjoy your life and have fun. And that's it. I got about 40 seconds left before this thing cuts me off. So I'm going to do 15 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's been a great 30 years, and I plan to be around for at least another 70 years. After 100, I really don't see me being around for what? Fuck it. Ham radio, Monday nights, STL stlcc.edu/kcfv. YouTube me, Twitter me, Stacey Adams, just like my name is on here. Social heathens, shout out to my baby daddy.